all black, I'm not showing no test. I don't gotta do much cause they know I'm a mag. She is not fucking, so I'm not attached. But if she is fucking, I'll pull up and match. She fucking, but this bitch keep running like trash. Not tucking, you try me, this chalk going blad. Need 10 for a show, you can check out my stats. I grab the front end, but I come through the bag. I rated is flat, one button it, I push the gas, hit the turbo, I'm swerving the scad. I ride with the gas, I put up threes like I am Curry. You missing, your name must be Shag. I come through like Gunner, I'm dripping like Warner. Yes, I'm a road runner, let's get to that monster. She say, can she for me? I say if she want. She don't show me nothing, I kick her and pawn her. Yes, I'm getting hot, it's on like a sauna. The green is on me, I feel like an iguana. My eye is locked, my vision is tunnel. I'm smacking that ass, I'm pulling her bones. Let's get to that money, 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 let's get to that A. Let's get to that money, 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 let's get to that A. New shoes on my feet, but they don't got a crease. I'm talking in class while I'm trying to teach. Just moved to Atlanta, so I need a piece. I'm speaking that real, so they told me to praise. Shelf drop, I'm finna lean in my feet. I'm pulling up until I know it is green. Mob ties, he can get hit with red. He wrinkles, so I might hit him once he hit with this truck. Can't fold with the dog. These niggas gon' quack, these niggas gon' club. It's not going down, so you know it's stuck. Yeah, I'm getting bugs like Milwaukee Bugs. Swish! I'm on the camera, they rated my drill. My shirt came from Neiman's, my pants come from Fields. She TikTok and moving them. My niggas got New York, I'm in. Let's get to that money, 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 let's get to that A. Let's get to that money, 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 let's get to that A. Let's get to that money, 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 let's get to that A. Let's get to that money, 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 let's get to that A.
Damn. Yo. I'm trying to get a plate, bro. Hey, brother, you too late, brother. You too late, brother.
Little fries, come on, just little something.
Say, man, you not hear what I said? You too motherfucking late, man. Get the fuck on, man.
Hey, fuck you ain't getting no money, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
Nigga, I'm getting money, nigga. Get the fuck on. Bitch ass, nigga.
Perfect.
My bad. So we're gonna start on the weekly of the nine. The new month candle comes out today at it comes out not today, tomorrow, Monday at 6 o'clock. There's the new candle for the month. So on Tuesday session, I'm gonna mark up the month calendar because the new month starts on Tuesday, but the new candle for the month comes out on tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The high for the week is 19,835. 835.29 is the weekly high. And the weekly low is 19,007.86. Look like it's also the month low. It is. I made a new month low. So the monthly low and the weekly low is the same. Take the fib and we measure the high from the high to the low. 18.35. 29 to 19.07.86. And we looking for the 0.5 level, which is the mid level, and that is 19.421.58. That's your mid level right here, your midweek level. So that's the high, the low, and the mid for the week on and off. I'm gonna redo the month, the mid-month area. Because it made a new low. Not finished dropping though. 1, 7, 4, 0, 7, 8, 6. I'm readjusting the mid-month area. That's it. 0, 20.057.80. We made a new low. We look like we're having solid momentum right here. And I'm gonna delete these lines so I can explain to y'all what those lines is. So now we can see that that is selling already. It's been selling since it started selling. The sell started last week Wednesday. That's when the sell started. It went up, did a liquidity grab, and selling. I mean, all right. So those lines that was just marked vertically on the chart was entry times on the nine. So what I found is when you enter in at nines on a 10 o'clock 4-hour candle, it never comes back to that entry. Like if you can enter at that time and literally set your stop above that, little above that entry, and not have to come, and it doesn't come back there. Like if you would have entered in at 10 o'clock here for the sell, it never came back up. I can show you this theory. Never came back up. That's from when the sale started on Wednesday, 10 a.m. candle. Now, if you was holding this for a long term, if you were holding this for a swing and you started that entry on 10 o'clock, you could have literally took new positions here and here. Thursday and then again on Friday and still been holding because it's still selling. Also, we're gonna mark up the 30 and we're gonna mark up GJ and gold. But right now, I'm looking for Nas to continue to sell down into the end of this order block. That's my order block. That's what I'm seeing. Thought I had a favorite. So I usually remove the fib from this. So fib. And I change my order block colors to blue and red. I'll darken them so I can see them. But this is the indicator that to use to locate that will locate the order blocks for you on any time frame. And if you're unfamiliar with using order blocks is just showing you where the high volume of orders are coming from. They show up on every time frame, but they're more stronger, they're more trustworthy on a higher time frame. So I'm anticipating the sell to come all the way into the end of this buy order block. I don't think Nas is finished selling. This is a weekly buy order block that is coming into, and I don't think it's finished selling. It's been selling from this weekly sell order block up here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, and I don't think it's finished. Just based off the news of people are in inflation are worried about the inflation, and I told y'all we were gonna mark up the VIX as well. So the VIX high right now is 23. The VIX measures the people worry. So it measures people worry, people how concerned people are about what's happening in the news. So if people worry or concerned is high, then the stocks will likely be dropping. So if you're trading any US pair, anything against the USD, you should be measuring the VIX, especially if you're trading an index, because that means that people are going to be selling off their shares if the worry is high. Right now, people are worried about inflation, so you should be looking for sales. Like, Now, according to this is coming up into a sell area on a daily time frame, but it's not finished peaking. People worry it's not finished peaking, so we can still anticipate more sell happening. I'm gonna move over to the week on the 30. The daily entry times, well, the times to enter on a US 30, you should be looking for an entry at 9 o'clock on a 9 o'clock 4 hour candle. That mine is pre-marked. That's why you see it here, because mine is pre-marked for 9 a.m. Because that's why I'm looking to take my entry.
Where you? Where to now?
Huh? I ain't hear you. What's wrong with talking? The high for the week is, I don't know if y'all can see where I'm getting the highs and the lows from, but it's up. The highs are the open, the high, the low, and the close of the candle is listed at the top of your chart when you have it open on the computer. So the O is the open, the high is the highest the market been, the low is the lowest the market been, and the C is the close of the candle. So that's why I'm not just picking these numbers randomly. It's listed at the top of the chart. So it's listed right here at the top of the chart. The high is the number you want to be taking, which is 42,072. 070 actually. It's 070. Not 072. 070 is the high, and the low is 41,292. And you grab your fib and measure in the middle. 42,270. One and 41,292.3. So your mid is 41,681. 81.6. The 30 is also not finished selling. I don't think this is finished selling. Because it retested the low, this order block, the low of this order block right here, which is a buy order block on a 4 hour. But it can potentially sell to the end of this weekly order block. This is the monthly low that it has not retested all month. So it can definitely retest the low. So we can anticipate it dropping more. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Wait, y'all can still see the screen? Or did it cut off? Wait a minute. You just knocked out the fucking internet. Get out. Get out. Go out. My bad, y'all. Y'all can see my screen? Yeah. So I'm looking for the sell to still continue on the US 30 for it to retrace this monthly low. With the news that we got with what Trump did, they're in a trade war right now. So the taxes that they're raising up on the auto industry that don't have cars and that's built over here is what's causing the stocks to drop. Is what's causing the market to drop. That goes into effect on Wednesday, on the 2nd. So we can anticipate this market probably selling off until then because it's like they're stuck in negotiation and Trump is not budging. So he's basically forcing them to continue to continue doing business in the United States or get charged a higher tax. And those that don't have the auto industries that don't have car factories within on U.S. soil, it's going to cost them a higher tax. And how that news affects the market is basically like it's already within a buy order block right here. We know that it can come within down here. This is why I say the news is only going to push the market in the direction in which you anticipated for it to go. So you don't got to look at the news and be scared of trading the news. The news is going to push the market in your anticipated direction. If you trading according to the levels, because you're using higher time frame levels. So you're trading based on a higher time frame. So you're trading off a higher time frame level of support and resistance in coordinates with trading high volume areas, high volume order blocks. So these order blocks on a higher time frame are where high volume of orders come in at, where you get a high volume of buy orders or where you get a high volume of sell orders coming into the market, because that's what the candles are. The candles are different orders being placed by banks and institutions and big money players. These are where they place selling their shares at up here. And these are where they're taking their buy shares at down here. So the low of that is this is where the banks and stuff is putting their money at down here. So it's like getting stock at a discounted price. So while all the news might have people in a frenzy, they're still gonna buy at a discounted price. If they get it down here, if they get the drop down here, they're gonna buy at a discounted price. This is where they putting their heavy volume of buy orders out. This is on a weekly time frame. This is where heavy buy orders come in at. I like to move off of the daily and the weekly order blocks, but you do have strong order blocks on a 4 hour as well. How you measure the strength of that order block is based off of the volume of orders that came out of it. And you see that based off the candle. These candles like this are called investment candles. A heavy volume of sell orders. This is what this is. A heavy volume of sell orders on a 4-hour. And when you see that underneath the order block, that's the strength of that order block. So under this area right here, under this area of sell, a heavy volume of sell came out of it. Meaning when it come back to this area, it will likely sell again because a heavy volume of sell came out of here. In order for it to break this level of support, it would have to break past this area because right here is what's been the stronghold. This area, not just here, from here, up here, this is a heavy volume of sell been coming in here from here. It's sold from here before. Heavy volume of sell right here. That's how you measure the order block, by the volume of buy or sell that came out of that order block. Now this one right here, as I was saying, is a stronger order block because the volume of buy that came out of it is actually a stronger buy order block than this one because the volume of buys that came from it is also at a weekly level of support. So if it doesn't break past this, then if it just like keep wicking and rejecting, then you can anticipate buys. But typically when it's below this resistance, you're looking for to sell below the resistance and buy above the level of support. This is the support, this is your resistance. So during New York session, you should be looking for the sell to continue. But to likely pull up, probably gonna pull up right above, right around the resistance area. And you will set your stop above the investment candle, the previous investment candle. Now, being that you're getting in, if you will be getting in on Monday at the beginning of the week, I know some of you are other scalpers, you could take profit on the way down, but if it continues to break these order blocks, it's likely going to retrace the monthly low. If it continues to break these order blocks, these buy order blocks right here on a 4-hour, because it can literally go down, like it can sell to the weekly low. It can sell to this low. It don't always have to sell to the low of the order block, but it can. Like it can come right here to the monthly low and come back up, or it can break below this monthly low and come back up. But once it get into this area of buy, it's tricky because you actually anticipating for it to start buying soon. Like because it's within a buy order box, it's within the area where it previously bought. So it can actually come down to here. I'm going to do DJ. So if y'all got any other ones that y'all trade that y'all want me to look at, y'all could drop it in the chat and I'll go ahead and mark that chart up because I know everybody don't trade indices and everybody don't trade gold. So I mark up typically what other people that's in here trade. So if it's something that you want marked up, you gotta let me know while I'm doing the markups, and I can mark it up for you, and you can look at your entry according to those markups. Second. No. For the weekly high, I'm getting from up here. 193.930. And the weekly, the low is 192.856. The high 193.930. The low 192.856. The mid is 193.313. These are also the entry times here that I got marked for GJ. So what I found is entering GJ in New York session during New York session at the 9 o'clock candle is where your entry is at. My entries are on a 4 hour time frame. So when I'm saying a 9 o'clock candle, I'm not talking about on an hourly. I'm talking about the 9 o'clock candle that's happening on the 4 hour time frame. So entering on a 9 o'clock candle is for your position based in accordance with the levels that you're entering from, the support or resistance levels you will enter in on a 9 o'clock candle. Guys, guys, guys. So, so. 9 o'clock. So. I don't think the sell on GJ is finished. Definitely look like it's gonna come into this finish coming into retest of 192 area here. It's already dropped. Don't try to rush and get in. I know it's already dropping. Don't try to rush and get in. It's gonna pull back up. If you enter in at the entry time, you don't have to wait for you. You're not missing no entries. If you enter in at on those candles, you're not missing them entries. You're not missing no entry. Like it's not. It didn't come back here. It's 4 hours. So when you enter in on a 4 hour time frame, it takes 4 hours for this candle to form. So it would have to take, like if you enter in on a 4 hour candle, it would have to take at least 8 to 16 hours for it to come back up here, for it to pull back up. Like 4 to 8, like it takes 4 hours for this candle to form. And when you're using Hakanashi candles, it opens up in the middle of the previous candle based off the trend of the market is going in. So it's like staircases. You can anticipate if it's opening up underneath the previous candle with a flat bottom, a flat top like this. You can anticipate the sell if it opens up with a flat top. If it opens up with a flat bottom like this, you can anticipate the buy because it's moving in the direction of price, in the direction of the trend. Okay, I'm gonna go with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was selling though. Bitcoin did a heavy sell on Saturday. I seen Bitcoin do a heavy sell on Saturday. I never really seen Bitcoin do too much movement on Saturday. But on this Saturday that just passed, it sure enough, it should drop. GJ, I'm anticipating for it to continue selling though. I will wait for it to pull back some. Don't try to hop in the sell now because it's gonna likely make a new low. Take it down to the low. We got 192.33. Gonna likely break that. I'll wait for it to pull back up and get in for the sell. Yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin still selling. For Bitcoin, the entry time that I was looking at is 8 o'clock in the morning, right on New York Open. Entering in
Like,
Bitcoin, it would
I have a
be,
question though.
huh?
How are you so certain? Like, how are you so certain that JJ is going to pull back?
Pull back before it continues to drop.
Yeah,
Look, let me show you. If I look at it it's right now, it's selling, right? This was the candle that it opened up to, right here. You see how it already started pulling back? It sold to here already. Let me show you on a smaller time frame so you can see it pull it back. You see? These wicks, the wicks here is showing me GJ pulling back. On a smaller time frame. How it's wicking is respecting this area right here of this level of this resistance level is respecting this area right here so you can enter around here. But it's pulling back. This is the pull. These are pullback and these are entries. Like you can take entries up here. But you're gonna see the pullback happening on a smaller time frame. The way it's consolidating right here, consolidation is order like them gathering orders. When you see consolidation on a smaller time frame, this is them gathering orders on a smaller time frame. but it's gonna pull back because it pulls back during this time. This is the time that it usually pulls back during Tokyo and Sydney session or pullback hour because the bigger banks are closed. So this is when the market tends to pull back. The weekly low, Bitcoin is dropping. But Bitcoin can retrace that monthly low. The low is 81. Let's see. 81, 265 is the low. 265.16. On the weekly high. I'm looking at the daily. Long shot. The weekly high is 84. Nine, 3, 1, 44. And I want y'all to like if y'all wanted to test my strategy, like on your own, y'all can test it for yourself. I can give you the checklist, and if you just take trades according to the checklist, and just only take the trades according to the checklist, whether you do it in demo or you choose to do it in live, only take the trades according to your trading plan. Only trade according to your plan. If you trade only according to your plan, it's gonna build discipline in your trading. You trade only according to your plan and not how you feel or not what you think is gonna happen or nothing like that. Just trade according to what your trading plan is. Because when you stick to your plan, you build discipline and you remove your emotions from trading. It's not that what you're doing is not working. It's the fact that you can't do the same thing consistently because your emotions get tangled into your trade. I'm gonna show y'all the trading plan. I'm gonna give y'all a copy of the trading plan if y'all don't already have it. I'm gonna pull it up just a second. Looking at Bitcoin still selling. On Bitcoin, I got the entry times marked at 8 o'clock in the morning. The entry times. First 4 hour candle on the New candle. Now Bitcoin is rejecting out of this 4 hour order block right now. It's rejecting the weekly low and pulling up. But if it doesn't break this would be your entry for yourself. If it doesn't break the level of resistance, then this would be your entry up here for sell because then you would be trading in accordance with the trend. You would be moving with the trend. Right now it's pulling up. That should be done. So it's not going to see it pulling up. You know that wick action of it pulling up from the weekly low. And this is where it's selling from this resistance level. That's why I got that as my entry. Because it's wicking around that level of resistance. And y'all do not have to hold y'all trade as long as I hold my trade. I just look to go and get the most out of the market. And I'm more of a riskier trader than some. But everybody got a different level of risk. So I don't anticipate the sell on Bitcoin. Like I don't think Bitcoin is gonna come. Like people think Bitcoin is gonna drop all the way down, but it's not gonna come all the way down. It might retest this, maybe, but I doubt it. It's coming all the way back down here. I just don't see that happen. I don't. Right now, it's underneath this mid-month resistance area, and it's been selling from underneath here. It can potentially retest this monthly low right here before it buys back up. Or it might not even come down that low. But it's not done selling. And the low is 76.55 at 81. Bitcoin is probably gonna make a new low this week, another low this week. Just follow the trend. It's trending down. Don't go in your head and be like, oh, I think it's gonna look. Just follow the trend. The trend is your friend. Y'all be trading against the trend and getting smacked in the market. Like, don't trade against the trend. The trend is your friend. I'm gonna pull up the trading plan. So hold up, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second so I can pull up the trading plan. Yeah, if it don't break that mid level of if Bitcoin don't break the mid-month support area, then you can get right back in for a sell. Like it's like right now it's pulling up, but we're in pullback hour, so I'm gonna pull up this trading plan real quick. Okay, so y'all can see this. So here, I got a trading plan. Okay. Now, you can pull your trading plan up like this, but it's more advised to have it printed out and post it where you're gonna be trading at and where you can see it. Because some people don't got the discipline to just pull it up while they trading. So pull it up, have your trading plan in front of you, and just stick to your plan. Only to your plan, only to following through with your plan. Your why am I trading? That's only something that you can answer as to why you're doing this. What is my approach? Are you a scalper? Are you an intraday trader? Is that how you're gonna approach the market? What are your trading goals? Having a trading goal is gonna protect you in the market so that you don't be greedy. Because it's real easy to get greedy in this market, especially when you win it. You understand? You just think that a trade is going to continue going up or a trade is going to continue going down, and you don't have a goal to where you can say, okay, I'm getting out of the market because you're trying to ride a trade. If you have a daily goal or you have your weekly goal and you meet your goals, you don't have to go back in the market. So set your daily goals, set your weekly goals. When you hit your goal, you don't gotta go back in the market. The less you in the market, the more money you get to keep. You don't gotta go in the market and trade every day. So have your daily, your weekly, and your monthly your goals set in front of you so you can see which strategy am I committed to mastering. The strategy that I trade and the strategy that I'm showing y'all on is called the high strategy because we robbing the markets with this shit. What time frames will I trade on? The 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 1 hour. With the high strategy, we trade the higher time frames like the 4 hour, the daily, and we mark up on a weekly. We mark up from the top down, from the month down. But we only do the monthly at the beginning of a new month, and we do the weekly markup at the beginning of each week. What days of the week will I trade? You do not gotta trade every single day. Have a set time that you trade, a set time of the day that you trade. This is going to build your discipline. Don't try to force a time to trade. Trade according to the time what you trade is moving. So New York session is the most volatile session. London session is the most volatile session, one of the most volatile sessions. Know what time of the day you trade in and stick to that time. Stick to your plan. So the next question is, what session will I trade in? Will I trade in London? Will I trade in New York? Will I trade Sydney? You don't got to trade every session. The less you in the market, the more money that you keep. Okay, and according to the strategy, according to the high strategy, I have a checklist to follow before entering the trade. This is why I said you should print it out and have it somewhere where you can see it, or you can have it pulled up side by side with your chart when you're looking at your chart. Have you analyzed the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hour chart to locate the high volume areas? Your high volume areas are the areas where the order blocks are coming out of. Is the area showing price consolidation, multiple touches, meaning like how it's wicking like this, how I said how it's not breaking this area right here on Bitcoin. That's it touching and going. That's just showing that it's rejection. It's touching it multiple times and not coming back. Not breaking that level of resistance. Does your high volume area align with a key support and resistance zone? So this is your level of support and this is your level of resistance. When it breaks your level of resistance, then this becomes your level of resistance, your level of support, and this becomes your new level of resistance. Okay? Support, resistance. When it breaks, this is your new level of support, and this becomes your new level of resistance. When it's below this weekly area, you are looking to take sales from this level of resistance. When it's above this area, you are looking to take buys from here and sells from where it's rejecting at, up here on this level of resistance. So when it's underneath, You're looking for sales. And right now it's underneath this level of support. So underneath here is where you should be looking for to take your sales at. Is there evidence of buyers and sellers dominating that area in the past? Meaning, can you go and scroll back and see that it sold from there before? Like you can see right here previously on this previous day that that's where it was selling, that it's respecting that resistance area. Has price retraced the high volume area after breaking out of a move or away from it? The retest is going to confirm your trade. So you want to look for a retest. Is price coming up here and retesting this area before it's selling? Is it breaking above this area? So you want to wait for it to retest, meaning you want to wait for you to see a rejection from it. Are there rejection in wicks and engulfing candles or other price action signals confirming that is rejecting that area? Are there trend lines, Fibonacci levels, other technical factors supporting your trade? The fib levels are, I have the fib marked in accordance with price action. I do have it inside the Discord under Forex 101. So the fib levels that I use, you can see it here. So you can see how the fib is marked, but I got the markings inside the Forex 101 section. And the trend, you want to trade in accordance with the trend. So you want to mark your trend line up on a higher time frame because you want the higher time frame trend because it's likely to respect the higher time frame trend than it is on a lower time frame, like on a 1 hour. So you will mark the higher time frame trend on the daily, and you would take your entry based off of it, based off that trend. So here we can see that it's a sell trend from the daily time frame. You draw your trend line, it's to be drawn over just enough to where the corners of the candle is poking out. So it shouldn't be like this. That's not a trend line. That's you trying to make a trend. If it's only the corners of it showing of the candle. So this is on a daily. So this is for the last 5 days. Which direction has it been moving? Okay, it's too low. And as long as it's staying under my trend line, that's where I'm selling from the trend line. As long as it's underneath the trend and it's not breaking my trend. Are market condition, I news, economic events in favor of your trade direction? In this case, yes, because the news is causing the market to drop. The news is causing the dollar to drop, the DXY. So if you're trading anything against the dollar, also mark up the DXY in the same manner that we marked up the rest of the chart with the starting on a weekly, not to trade it, but so that you could see which direction the dollar is moving. And especially if you trade gold. If you're trading gold, you should have the dollar marked up. Because gold moves in the opposite direction of the dollar. So the news is causing the dollar to decline. So is it moving in accordance with the trade market conditions? Yes. Is your stop loss position above the higher time frame area or significant swing high or swing low? So you want to put your stop loss usually above the investment candle or above the structure, um, above the resistance area. So if you're taking it from the level of resistance, then you want to put your stop right above it. Okay? If you're taking it from the level of support, you want to put your stop underneath it. It's just, does your trade offer at least a 2-to-1 risk ratio? Now, typically, our trades usually always run at least a 3. Yeah, we do at least a 1 to 3 on the swings. Are you calm, focused, and not tracing the trades? This right here should always be checked. You should always be calm. You should always be focused. And you should never chase the trades. The stop losses are there to protect your money. Don't continue to move your stop loss and move your stop loss to lose more money and hope that the trade will go in your direction. The stop losses are there to protect your loss. It stop you from losing. So don't move your stop. So you got to know going in how much you're willing to lose. When you put the stop loss there, it's to protect you to say, I'm not going to lose no more than this. That's why you shouldn't risk no more than 1 to 3% of your account. Have you emotionally detached from the trade? If you only stick to your plan and you only stick to your trading plan and a checklist, then you should have no emotions going in the trade. You're only looking at to see what's happening. Is all of this happening? Okay, everything aligns up. I'll take the trade. It should be no emotion in the trade when you're going in. Are you prepared to accept the risk without any regret? Don't never put money in that you ain't willing to lose. And don't never put a risk up that you ain't willing to take. So you should always be prepared mentally to accept the risk, you're going in without the regret. Does this strategy align with your definite trading plan and definite trading strategy and rules? If you follow the strategy to a T, this has been a 90% win rate that has been tested over the past year. You just follow it to the T and remove your emotions from it. Entry timing. Are you entering the trade during high liquidity sessions, London or New York? The trading times that I marked out, that's why I got these marked right here for the times to enter the trade here, because those are the first candles in New York session. USD Chef that we marked up last week, Millie, that candle, the entry time looked like it's the first candle on London. So it would be like that 5 a.m. candle on the 4 hour for USD Chef. Is price exhibiting clear, predictable price action? If you're not using Hakanashi candles, the reason I use Hakanashi candles is because it shows you price action. This right here is showing you the trend. The flat top candles are showing you the trend that the market is going in. It's easier to spot the trend of the market because when it comes out like this, it's showing you the direction which the market is going. It shows you the trend. Like you can go back when it comes out like that with the flat top candle, like staircases, or the flat bottom candles, like staircases, is showing you the trend of the market. So it's easier to spot predictable, clear price action with the Hakanashi candle because it moves in accordance with price. Are your stop loss and take profit levels entered before executing the trade? Those should be entered once you put the trade in. Journaling is part of trading. It's part of letting go of the emotions that's attached to your trade. So 8, you should always be journaling. Journaling setup. Have a journal. I gave y'all journals that y'all could either print out or you want me to send them to print, I can send them to print and send it to you. But I gave everybody journals too. Y'all should be journaling while you taking a trade. Or your emotions, what you're feeling during the trade. It also helps you measure your progress. When you journal, you're able to measure your progress and see what you need to work on and see what can be improved and what you can leave alone. And then measure your emotions while you're in the trade. The next is use this checklist to take A and B setups. So A setup will be like everything on a checklist is checked, including your mental. 5 and 6 is your mental, you being focused and you removing yourself away from the trade mentally. That should always be checked. Okay? But if everything else is checked, then you can confidently go in there knowing that everything is checked and I did everything. B is as some of them is checked, not all of them, at least 5 of them is checked. Then you might be taking a risk. C is 50-50, meaning like some of the things is checked, not everything, and you're just kind of going in with your gut feeling. Sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis is real. Sometimes you have a gut feeling about a trade. That is a real thing. But you shouldn't go with sentimental trades if it's not aligning with what you're seeing in the chart. Then that's just you wishing, as opposed to something that you actually might have a feeling that's going to happen. So with that being said, we can if you don't have a copy of this trading plan, I can give everyone a copy. That y'all I will recommend that y'all print it out and put it where you're going to be trading at, somewhere you're going to see the plan at. You could save it on your computer and have it side by side with your chart how I just showed y'all, or y'all. But to me, it's recommended to just have it where you can see it every day, and just stick to the plan. Stick to doing the same thing over and over. Doing the same thing over and over might be boring, but doing the same thing over and over builds discipline and it works. So, do you want to do a bunch of different things and lose, or do you want to do the same thing that works? That's on you. Is there any other pair that y'all need me to look at or go over before we end the call? Is there anything else y'all want me to look at or mark up? If there's nothing else that y'all want me to look at, okay, for going into next week, we're looking at sales on I'm looking for sales on the US 30. I'm looking for the US 30 to continue to sell. I'm looking for the NAS to continue to sell, but I'm anticipating for it to turn around sometime during the week. Like sometime within a week, it's going to turn around. The market is going to start buying. Probably when they stamp that thing into office, is it going to will that tariff go into effect on Wednesday? So maybe that's when the market will finish selling. But we're in a buy order block. So at this point, any type of news can turn it around because where we're at and where it's at, it don't have to come all the way down here. It can though. This is the NAS. It can come all the way down here. But if it continues to reject this weekly low, this weekly monthly low, then I would be anticipating a buy. But it can definitely be look like we got sell anticipation based off of this candle. And I'm just gonna follow the trend of the market. The trend is selling. I'm gonna go in accordance with the direction that the market is moving. We got an engulfing on a daily. This is a daily candle, daily engulfing candle on a nine. So I'm anticipating a sell on a nine. Anticipating a sell on a 30. We got this engulfing on GJ as well. So yes, I'm anticipating the sell on GJ too. And then it's still pulling back. See? It pulled back since we've been on the call. GJ. It's pulling up. It's doing all this wicked action right here. So if y'all don't have nothing else for us to go over, no other pairs y'all want me to look at, the weekly highs and weekly lows can change if it makes a new high and new low. So you can market, fix your chart in accordance with that. But if you don't got the trading plan, DM me and I'm gonna send y'all the trading plan. But have it where y'all can see it. Y'all shouldn't be trading without a plan. It's like driving without no direction. So y'all shouldn't be trading without a trading plan. So if y'all don't have any other thing for us to go over, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Let's get this money. High energy equal high income. So stop walking around samba like y'all ain't in a market where y'all can fucking make M's. Okay? You already in the market, you're already in position. All right? So start with the somber energy. Get your energy up. High energy equals high income. Ain't nobody with money walking around sad. And ain't nobody with the directions to get money walking around sad. So get your energy up and let's get this money.
Paper route. We're in the paper route.
Let's go.